everybody. God bless you. Welcome back to another morning word. For those new to this is where I share a couple minute video really to share for my own personal Bible study. Why? Because I want to see your life go from here to here. And God promises this. He says, I come to give you life and life more abundant. Yo, who doesn't want a more abundant life? And that's the life God really wants for his children. And how do we do that? Well, he gave us the blueprint. He says, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So we can think like God. There is nothing that we can't achieve. There's no valley that we can't come through and no mountaintop that we can't reach, because there is nothing that is impossible for God, which means if we think like God, there is nothing that's impossible for you. So let's really get into this. Got to say this. I'm not a pastor, not an evangelist, not a teacher or anything like that. Just someone who fell in love with the God, fell in love with the Bible, saw what God was doing in my life and wanted to share that with the world so your life can be transformed too, and you can be the best that God is, wants for you as well. So let's really get into this. We're going to be reading from the book of Judges, which is the 7th book of the Bible, and we're going to be reading from chapter 16, verse 16, and it reads this: with such nagging, she prodded him day after day until he was tired to death. We're going to call this morning's word, are you wavering under the pressure? Are you wavering under the pressure? Now, this is about the story of Samson and Delilah. And Samson held this secret of his great strength. He had superhuman strength, okay? The strength of like hundreds of people all in one body. And God had said to his family, as long as this guy never cuts his hair, he will always have that strength. But once you cut his hair, he will lose that strength. Now, Samson understood fundamentally, if I tell this to anybody, it would be unwise. Why? Because it makes me vulnerable to attack. Now, he met this woman that he's never been with, but that's a whole different Ricky Lake show. He met this woman called Delilah, and she would pester him. So, how do you have all this great power? How do you do it? How do you do it? How do you do it? And every day he'd say, no, I can't tell you. No, I can't tell you. And he would try and deflect it. But it says here in the scripture, she nagged him day and night, to the point of death, and that after a while he just caved in. And that's what happens with a lot of us. We start well, but then the pressures, okay, people telling us this, people telling us that, the negativities wears us down, and we give in under the pressure instead of pushing through. So that may be, I was gonna, because most people start well. Most people start well, but under the pressure, the unrelenting pressure, they quit. So it's like, I'm gonna go to the gym, but then your friends say, you're taking the gym too serious, you're training too much, you should come to the beer garden, it's sunny outside, and you get that every day, and after a while you're like, yeah, and before you know it, you ain't going to the gym. Or all your friends saying you're crazy to set up that business, and you start off and you're like, no, it's good, but then all your family members are telling you you're crazy to do that, get a safe job, so you quit. Okay, you do everything that you don't want to do. You started off in your faith and you were on fire for God, but then everyone around you wasn't on fire for God. So they were like, yo, you need to chill out more, you need to do this more, you need to do that more, and their ongoing nagging and pressure cause you to quit, cause you to succumb under their pressure to become more like them. So here's the question of the morning. The question of the morning is this: are you wavering under the pressure? Are you wavering under the pressure? Here's the lesson of the day. Anyone can stay strong to their conviction in the beginning. I'll go to the gym, I'm going to eat healthy, I'll manage my finances, I'll be faithful in my marriage, I'll always follow God, until the pressure to be different arises. The pressure to do something different or call you away from what you were called to do. Now, under the pressure to do the opposite, unfortunately, some people do crumble. They crumble and then give in to the peer pressure. They give in to the pressure of their environments, okay? But some people remain and they stick through regardless of the pressure. And it's those people who don't crumble. It's those people who see the victory at the end. So here's the lesson of the day. The lesson of the day is this: when you're pressured to compromise, have accountability partners who will keep you on track. In them, confess your struggles and allow them to keep you faithful. That's what I want you to do. Find people who are going to keep you faithful to your cause. And the days when you feel like quitting, the days when you feel like, crumbling under the pressure to do something you don't want to do, that's going to be destructive to you, they can keep you on the straight path. They can encourage you and motivate you. So that really would be my encouragement to you today. I really pray that this is blessing someone. As we always say with Gen Hope, God's gift to us is life. What we do with that life is our gift back to God. Please, please, please share this with one person. And if you can't share the video, share the principles. That's just as important. not to waver under the pressures, to remain faithful to their convictions until the very end. God bless you, and we'll see you soon for another morning word. Bye.